Ever heard of D3 Publisher? They're mostly known for the Simple series in Japan and are nowadays owned by Bandai Namco. Ever heard of Tamsoft? They started out making the Battle Arena Toshinden games, then they worked with D3 Publisher for a long time, developing their Simple series games, many of which came out in Europe under reworked titles with the help of 505 games. And throughout their career they seem to have mostly done games with scantily clad and big-breasted Japanese girls in them, like Senran Kagura and One-chan-bara. Which brings me to this game. I like me a quirky, dumb Japanese game, and this one is that, well, you hunt zombies as a schoolgirl. It looked to me like a Japanese Left 4 Dead at first glance, only in third person, and when I saw that you could pull all your clothes off down to your underwear with the press of a button to distract zombies, I knew that it was worth a shot. Somewhere in Japan, probably Tokyo, zombies are attacking Kirisaku Academy for some reason. Student Sayuri is running away as best she can when she's attacked by one, and she pulls out a gun that she has for some reason and shoots the zombie in the stomach, which apparently kills it. She finds her friend Risa and later 3 more girls, Inami, Mayaya and Rei, and they work together to survive the onslaught and await help that they called for via a radio that they found. Storytelling or logic is not the focus of this game, but what there is in terms of setup is that the zombies are controlled by a master zombie in a pink coat named Ren, and they may be coming from an underground facility, though we never know why. Throughout the course of the game they do try doing some character development however, like Risa, who is afraid all the time and relies on Sayuri too much but finds her courage, or the bubbly Mayaya learning to take some responsibility, or the school idol Rei learning that she enjoys having actual friends, that kind of stuff. I didn't see any progress for Inami, who remains stoic throughout, or really the main girl, Sayuri. She's the same beginning to end. It's a spin-off of One-chan-bara, but the only connection really is that the girl's contact via the outside world is Anna from the ZPF, the Zombie Protection Force, which is from One-chan-bara. Sayuri's grandfather is also a sword master, but he's not in the series or anything as far as I know. So the game is a third-person zombie shooter, and it's competent enough. You got your shooting, you got your over-the-shoulder shooting, sniping, your dodge roll, and your physical attacks, which is different for most of the girls. Sayuri uses a wooden sword, which later gets upgraded to a katana, Risa a naginata staff, Mayaya a bat, Rei uses kicks since she's into karate, and Inami kicks also, because they ran out of ideas I guess. These physical attacks are useful for getting zombies off of you, and to get past them, because you get blocked pretty easily. Crouching and jumping are 2 other moves you can do, but their use is limited. Rarely is there any need to jump over anything, and sometimes you want to, but can't. Crouching doesn't seem to do anything other than make you slow. Dashing is useful, but I didn't try it out personally until late in the game, which was a mistake. For a regular looking Japanese high school, it's certainly overflowing with guns. They work as you'd expect, although the rocket launcher is surprisingly weak. And since zombies' limbs can be blown off, they usually take somewhat longer than I'd like to kill. The weapons have stats in 5 different categories, and abbreviated attributes like XO for extra over and so on. There's one attribute which knocks zombies backward, but it doesn't do any more damage, so it can lead to a comic effect. There's aim assist for some weapons, which sounds useful at first, but isn't really, because it has a tendency to want to look through floors and walls. Reloading in this game sucks, but doesn't it in most games? I love Resident Evil 4, but I can't count how many times I've been just about to blow away a zombie up close to me and suddenly having to reload.
Fucking have to reload, of course.
Not being able to use the physical attack while reloading is annoying, but getting hit while reloading and having to start over sucks even more. Zombie games aren't exactly known for having a huge variety of enemy types, but there are a few here apart from the standard zombie, like a zombie with a gun, red zombies that sprint toward and jump at you, 2 upper body gimp type zombies that jump at you like attack dogs, zombies with ribs stabbing at you, zombies that hang onto ceilings and attack with stretchy necks like lickers would with tongues, big zombies with sledgehammers and butchers. And all of these can be glowing green or orange, meaning they will explode when they die. That can be an advantage, but you don't want to be nearby when they go. The only non-zombies are the eggs, which explode when you come close, and the zombie spawning doorway that only appears in one mission. Missions come in a few types, such as get to the goal, find some items like 3 keycards, protect the radio, kill all zombies, minigame style missions like sniping challenges, or boss fights. There are only 3 kinds really. The clone zombies, which are annoying because they never shut up. this big guy, which is at least somewhat unique, and the final boss again, who has way too much health. Not to mention hordes of exploding zombies to help. My suggestion here is to use Sayuri, who can revive without the use of an item, and focus on keeping the other girls alive instead of attacking. I came really close to giving up on the game with the mission Atashidate, where all zombies chase you like crazy and it's impossible to fend them off. But then I realized you're only supposed to run for the door. I can think of a few Japanese games where they make up a feature that seems fun but then make it not worth it, such as the motorcycles in Kinkabansho 2 where you get chased by the cops for driving over the very low speed limit, the panty photography in Tamsoft's own Natsuri High School, which can get you appropriately arrested, and here the ability to rip your clothes off to distract zombies. First of all, the effect doesn't last very long, and only attracts zombies nearby, and only male zombies. And then you're left in your underwear, which does make you more vulnerable. By shooting glowing red birds in some missions, you can unlock more outfits and underwear, but since your aim should be not to get hurt enough to lose your clothes, what's the point?
Zombie Hunter.
It's an okay game. You run around a Japanese school shooting zombies. It's not bad, but honestly I could have used more creativity than the more or less useless TNA feature they came up with. Here's where you expect me to say that this game only came out in Japan, right? No, actually, it came out worldwide. It's not even physical only in Japan, which is usually the case with this kind of lower budget game. It's not worth $50, but if you find it cheaper, it's not without merit.